Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Smite. Today we are looking at Ra, the god of the sun. So I will be looking at Ra, his abilities, what he can do, and I will also be looking at his default starting equipment, the stuff that the game recommends to you. As you can see, my auto level skills and my auto level items are both activated. Now this whole thing comes about for two reasons. One, I want to try and get all the 5 primary gods that you start with done. I want to take a look at all of them, see how they play, basically go over them, do a general overview for anybody that might not be in Smite yet and might be interested in joining. The other reason is, well, they changed all the starting equipment for all the gods. This happened on around February 1st. Where previously, if you belonged to a certain category, such as physical melee, then you got pretty much the same item set every time. So, Kali would be the same as Sun Wukong, for example, pretty much, when it comes to items. So they changed that around, so all the gods now have their own unique items and builds that they recommend to you for starting out. And I think that's pretty cool, and I want to look at all of them. Now, I had already gone through each of the gods. Downside is that after I did that and I got ready to produce these videos and edit them and all that, they made another change on Valentine's Day. So just in the last day or so, they removed focus as a stat, which completely changed everything up here and changed up all the builds that I was creating and all the characters I was looking at. So I have no idea of telling if any of the default equipment has been changed, so I figured, you know what, let's just go ahead and do it all over again. I've gained some experience in the game, so my recordings might be a little bit better for that. I'm still a newbie, though, so take that as you will. Everything you see here is kind of the thoughts of someone who is very new to MOBAs, very new to Smite, and we will be looking at everything here. So let's take a look at Ra's primary abilities. Ooh, Freya's on her way. Okay, so primary abilities. We start with Speed of Light. Every time Ra uses an ability, his ground speed increases by 5%. This stacks up to 3 times. So every time I use an ability, I get 5% movement speed, so it goes up to 15%. I can use that for chasing. I can use that for running away. So if I need to get away, I can cast a few spells and get myself the heck out of dodge. So let's go ahead, and there is the Ray of Light. That is a fantastic ability, high damaging ability, not a very long cooldown on it either. Kind of pulling back here. Let's just take a look at that real quick. Where's my pointer? There it is. Celestial Beam, a moving beam of intense light from the sky, doing damage to anyone caught under the beam. Does up to 295 damage at the final level, 10-second cooldown. So Ra is a character that requires a bit of skill to use. I find Ra to have a fairly high skill ceiling, and by that I mean he can be very difficult to use for someone who's new, like me. Because most of his abilities are these line abilities like that. Nice job, Emir. Emir doing the freeze. Let's go ahead and pull back a bit. They are definitely pushing us back. Freya and Anubis. Not the best characters to be fighting against. Oh, this will be difficult. Got a hit on Freya. Oh, Emir. Pull back, my friend Emir. Slow her down with that second ability. So what is that second ability that I have? Second ability is Divine Light, is an area effect. Light emanates from Ra, stacking a slow every half a second on enemies near him. After 3 seconds, it detonates. It does damage and increases the slow duration. Enemies facing Ra are also blinded. For now, it does 90. It's a 5% slow per stack. Oh, hello. Goodbye, Emir. Well, Anubis was able to take out my tank. That's not very good. So I've got a 4 Anubis, 3 Freya. Let's go ahead and gain some energy back. So my third ability, what did I just get? I got Solar Blessing. Ra summons a pillar of blessed light. Allies inside the blessing are healed every second and gain a magical and physical power buff. Enemies are damaged every second and incur a magical and physical debuff.
The heat bears down
Excellent. So I am kind of a support character. Ra is very support, so I can basically go in, try and weaken. Like there, I can do a weaken against Freya. You know, it's kind of just try and push them back a bit. I can also heal. So the Solar Blessing is kind of nice. As right now, it does 20 damage per tick, and it reduces their magical and physical by 10. Heals by 10, and it increases magical and physical by 10. So if I stand in, I will start doing more damage. So if I really want to do a decent burst of damage, I can try and stand in my own Divine Light in order to do more damage. So my final ability will be Searing Pain. It's a line ability that Ra calls on the power of the sun to decimate his foes in an extreme blast of heat in front of him. It does damage to all enemies unlucky to find themselves in the blast. It does up to 700 damage at the final level. Oh no! There's Anubis taking out Ymir, and Freya working on me now. Oh, this isn't good. Fed right into that. Let's go ahead and stand in that and see what I can do here. Using a potion. So this is why Ra has kind of a high skill ceiling. This ability right here, you can see fires in a line. And it is not easy to hit with. But if you can, you see the kind of damage it can do. And I'm not very good at aiming these abilities. I'm going to be very honest. I know I'm going to suck as Ra. Although I'm kind of doing better than Ymir right now. I feel for him. I've been there. Totally have been there. Alright, so my Searing Pain. So we can see the computer is choosing to go the route of, let's bring this up, Celestial Beam at level 3. So it's going to focus on that first, and I totally agree with that, because it is my primary damage dealing ability. As that goes up in power, I will start being able to clear this lane in a single blast. I'll be able to kill all but the most hardy of the NPCs in a single shot. So these guys right here with the shields might survive with a tiny bit of a slither of health. And you can see it's already doing a lot of damage to the archers in the back. So I'm going to put this up so Ymir can stand in it and have some protection. Knocked Freya with that, unfortunately. Anubis got me with his ultimate. So I was taken out there, but that's quite alright. It gives me a chance to talk about the default items. So they give Ra some protection abilities, or protection items to start off with. So you can see here, we have the mark of the Vanguard. I got physical and magical protection, 155 health, and all damage taken is reduced by 5. So they start you off fairly tanky, and I think what that is trying to get you some sustainability in lane. I'm not entirely sure the decision on that one. Ra can heal and boost himself with his Solar Blessing, so that might be what that's about. And we can see that it continues on with the Reinforced Boots, which physical, magical protection, and HP 5. Alright, let's kind of try and make them run away. They are hurting this tower. This tower is going to be going down at this rate. So I feel good about knocking Freya out, though, that one time. That did help. Fortunately, they are level 7. They are now each a level above me. What I can try and do is try and get her in a position where I can hit her with the ultimate again. But again, I'm not very good at it. So let's go ahead and put the light down. There we go. You can just kind of see the outright damage that does. It's a very good ability. Okay, knocked in the air by Freya, not a big deal. We're still in the tower radius. They can't really push too far.
An ally has been slain.
And so we're going to do what we can to try and hold this lane. Get in there and do a little bit of damage. There we go. We can see that did a decent chunk of damage to Anubis. I'm hoping that if I can get one of them low enough... So yeah, he's probably got his ultimate. He's pushing forward a lot more than he was before. Yep, there's the there's the stun. He's probably going to go for the ultimate when he gets a chance. So have to be wary of that. He is level 9 now. Alright, he's doing his ultimate, but so am I, and that really hurts him, but not enough to kill him. Unfortunately, Emir was not lucky enough to get out of there, so yeah, this is going to be very dangerous. Him being level 9, I finally caught up to him at level 9, but he'll be level 10 very shortly. So trying to do what I can. I mean, my healing on my light is good, but it's not enough to stop him from dying to that ultimate. Alright. I'm not sure what she's trying to do with that, knocking me in the air while I'm in my tower, and she's not following it up. Alright, Anubis has pulled back. Okay, they are pulling back a bit. So what I'm going to do... Let's just really quickly, I'm going to grab one of these Light Furies. They did recently reduce the scaling on the Furies. They don't scale as much as they used to, so they are a bit weaker over time. Now Amir's going to have to be by himself for a moment while I go back and get some items. Alright, let's get back quickly so we don't lose on too much experience, because they are already ahead of us. So, let me see. Reinforced Boots level 3. Void Stone is the next item it is giving me. This is magical power and magical protection, and reduces the magical protection of enemies within 55 feet. So we can see that Ra is definitely fulfilling his support roles now. I will start to reduce the protections that they have by being around them and by putting down this light. And as you can see there, Emir getting a bit of a healing from it. And so eventually Ra will be able to do quite a bit of damage. As you saw, his ultimate had a very high number, about 700 there on his ultimate. And with magical power scaling, that'll go even higher. Hold on.
Your middle tower is under
Kind of let Emir know to be careful there. Alright, this is kind of a lot of back and forth here, not a lot really going on just yet. You can see there that my first ability, my Searing Light here, my Celestial Beam, Searing Light, my Celestial Beam is one-shotting the creep now. So I can do a lot of damage. Oh, Emir standing in that ultimate of Anubis is... Oh, I missed! Oh, I missed! He moved just in time. Oh, jeez. I was really hoping to do something with that. Alright, I'm going to try and get away. And I don't think I might be able to. Let's go ahead and use my boots to get away. There we go. So I've got the combination of my speed of light and my sprint there, allowing me to get away. Go ahead and push on that. Really not doing you any good to knock me in the air there. Just gonna push left. There we go. Kind of knocking them around a bit. They're not able to really get into the tower's radius yet. They don't have anything to push with here. Alright, they've moved into the jungle there. Anubis was able to hit me with his stun, but doesn't follow up the ultimate properly, and he is not able to get the kill. Unfortunately, I am not able to really continue. I'm going to go back. So that Anubis is working out well, but he missed with his ultimate, and that allowed me to escape. Alright, let's try and get back in. So do we have anything new? Nope, just a level 2 Void Stone. It doesn't have the aura yet. I have to get the final tier of it. So we're not doing too hot here. Uh-oh, she pulled off her ultimate. Not enough to really push though, apparently. Let's see what we can do. Oh! Oh, I missed again. See, like I said, I suck at Ra. If I were better at that, I could have really put some damage on him.
Enemy missing right.
Alright, go ahead and call the missing on the right here. I want to let everybody know, just in case, that Freya decides to go out and try and gank somebody. Freya is rather deadly when given the opportunity here. Okay, we're going to try and heal up Emir. Oh, don't stand in the ultimate. Don't stand in the ultimate. Alright, looks like Freya is back.
Enemies have returned right. An enemy has been slain.
Anubis doing a good job of canceling his abilities as they come up. Whenever he needs to move, he doesn't just sit there and do it. He actually cancels his abilities, which he needs to do to stay alive.
Enemy missing right.
So that Freya keeps leaving. Oh, there she is.
Enemies have returned right.
Oh no, she got Emir. I wasn't able to get the defense down in time.
Your right tower is under attack.
Alright, there we go. They're not really able to do too much here.
Gank right lane. Gank right lane.
I'm hoping, because they're a bit weak, if I can get some people to come over. I don't think I will, though. Looks like our center lane has been taken out. Nope. You missed that one. Let's kind of slow you down a bit.
The heat bears down upon you.
No, 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 no.
Your right tower is under attack.
Oh, how... Really? Hitting Freya, hoping to, yeah, it's not enough here. It looks like... Oh, there we go. Excellent. Neath helping us out, getting Freya out of the way. That is what I like to see. Thankfully, it looks like my calls for gank were accepted. Our Neath is doing pretty good, level 15 on her own. How's she compared to the enemy team? Oh, yes. Our Neath is more powerful than the enemy team, so if she continues to be fed, we might do okay. Well, I'm going to continue my noobish run here with Ra, see what we can do. Looks like, let's take a look at what it's giving me here. Divine Light is the second ability it's upgrading. I don't know if I would have chosen that. Quite honestly, I'm not sure. As you can see, I don't use it a lot right now. It's a good escape mechanism. It's also, well, pretty good AoE. What's it do, 180? Not bad. I like Solar Blessing, though. Since it does healing, it also buffs and debuffs. I think Solar Blessing might have been where I would have considered going. Come on, Emir. Alright, Emir tried to use his ultimate on Anubis to no avail. A good try, though. That Anubis is actually pretty good. He plays his class fairly well from what I've seen. He cancels his animations, he knows when to use the stun. You can see there he doesn't try to overuse his abilities if he misses.
Enemies have returned right.
Unfortunately, Emir keeps running in. Oh. Yeah, let's get away from her. That's not going to happen. Alright.
An ally has been slain.
God, you've got a newbie on Ra. And trying to defend against Anubis and Freya. That is not good. Kind of stand in that, why don't you?
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, Anubis trying to get a stun on me, and I got Freya back here. Ah, jeez. Let's get away from her. Use the AoE.
The heat bears down upon you.
No, he got the ultimate. Looks like, yes, not able to complete the ultimate, though. Once again... Oh! Oh, no.
Your right tower is under attack.
Ah, I got my ultimate on Freya, but it wasn't enough.
Gank right lane. Gank right lane.
Wow. That! I thought I could get away with that. I got the ultimate off on her, but it wasn't enough to kill her. If I would have realized that, I might have pulled back ahead of time. That was well played on their part, so... Even with my Void Stone at the final level, that is a shame. We're getting really pushed back on the right, and I don't think my team is really going to be able to help out, not with the levels I'm seeing here. Let's kind of take a look. 16, 12, 14s, and 13s. I'm 13, and the only person above me, well, Agni is now, but we've got Neath. Now we've got an 11 and 12. The Amir, who's with me in the lane, not faring too well, charging in a bit too early a lot of the times. Now, working with him would be nice as Ra, because that stun that he has, that ability to freeze, is perfect for me setting up my ultimate. As you saw, I used it against Freya. It was great, but unfortunately Freya was too tough for me, and I wasn't able to stop her. If Ymir here wasn't as weak right now, if he was a little higher in level, he might have been able to do a bit more damage to her when he froze her, and it might have actually made it so we could have killed her with my ultimate. So I'm just going to do this to grab some gold and some experience. I'm about to hit level 14. I really need to get a level advantage if possible.
Enemy missing right. Okay. Thanks.
Alright, so the enemy is not in the right lane. That doesn't sound good to me. Alright, there's level 14. So we are at maximum level on Divine Light, level 1 on Solar Blessing, level 3 on Searing Pain. Alright, I'm going to start trying to push back. What I want to do is see if we can't hit their tower to maybe make them pull back. So right now the enemy's missing in the center and the enemy's missing on the right. Oh yeah, the enemy's all on the left. Alright, we are trying our best to take out this tower. There we go. That tower is down. Hopefully that will do something to distract them, but I've heard that middle lane could use some support, so I'm going there now.
Help middle lane. Help middle lane. Help middle lane.
Let's go ahead and try and get Loki into a trap here. He's not going to fall for it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hit by one ultimate, not quite the second, though. Loki retreating. See, and that's what you can do with a little bit of support. I was able to push on Loki with my ultimate. It was kind of early, you know, obviously it was the first hit, but you saw there, took him down to about half his health with my ultimate. So Ra with a little bit of support, someone that can stun, maybe someone that can slow, can do really well. I've got Anubis here in the forest. Taking out an ally, unfortunately. Pushing on the right.
Be careful left.
Yep, 3 of them just ganged up on a teammate. Alright, so unfortunately was not able to assist the teammate in the left lane from that gank by Anubis. Anubis, if he gets much more powerful, can be quite deadly. That ultimate of his does a ton of damage. Oh, this isn't working out too well. Let's try and get this lane free while the teammates come back. Okay. Bastet is returning. Could really use blue buff. I'm starting to run out of mana. So let's try and do this. Hopefully they don't know I'm in here and they won't come after me. Oh, no, there's Loki. So let's go ahead and get out of there. I will sacrifice the blue buff. Come on, Loki. What's the matter? Okay, Loki pulling out. Unfortunately, I don't have the mana to really make the kill now. Alright, let's pull back. I'm running out of options. Alright, so Gem of Isolation level 3. I've got some magical power, health, and mana. And enemies hit by damaging abilities will move 25% slower. So now not only do I move faster as I cast abilities, but I will make the enemy move slower. So this is a good chance for me to slow enemies down with Solar Blessing. Alright, right lane is really getting pushed by creep. Let's just, wow, look at that. That is what I like about strong nukers like Ra. I may not be very good at killing players, but I can absolutely devastate a lane of creep.
An enemy has been slain.
Excellent. Looks like the left-hand lane is pushing hard. I'm going to go help them out once this gets pushed back here. I got my level 16. Alright, very good.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I'm going to try this again. I'm going to get the blue buff, and then I'm going to try and help out my... Oh, jeez. Okay, so much for that.
Your middle tower has been destroyed. An enemy has left the game.
Freya is in the center lane.
Gank middle lane. Okay.
Hello, Freya. Taking a bit of damage there, are you? Uh-oh, pulling off her ultimate. Go ahead and use my potion now. Help me out here. There is the ultimate, and there goes Freya. Thank you for the support. Anubis trying to take out my Neath, though. Some healing down. Not enough to save Neath, however. Let's go ahead and pull away. Go ahead and use my slow ability to try and get Anubis away. Anubis being level 20, this is not good. He was not that high last time I saw him, so he is definitely well fed. I am now level 17, though. So even though he's got a few levels on me, I should be able to fight him off a little bit, unless he can get the stun on me. He could pretty much kill me at that point.
An enemy has been slain.
Uh-oh. Alright, I've got Loki trying to take me out, and I've got Bastet trying to save me. Nice. Loki really hurting now. Let's see if we can't... you know what? That's it. I'm going to go ahead and use my meditation. Try and find Loki. Unfortunately, Anubis coming through the forest now. Yeah, I'm not going to let Anubis do that. Let's see. I've got Loki over here. I'm going to try and hit him. Oh, there's the hit, and it wasn't... There it is! There it is! Oh, Anubis got me with the ultimate. That's okay. It was well worth it. I got level 18 and I killed Loki. So, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Not yet, it's not. We've got a level 19 Neath. I don't care if they've got a level 20 Anubis. Unfortunately, if Emir keeps feeding, there he goes down at level 15. Alright, so we will get the final level of the Gem of Isolation. I thought I already had that. Okay. Alright, so I wasn't slowing them down yet, but I will slow them down now. So I misread that. I thought it was. Okay, so... where were we pushing here? They are in the center lane. Agni having to run from Anubis. Excellent. Almost got hit by the stun by Anubis. Agni pulling back as well he should. Don't stay too close to Anubis. I know you're 19, but if he gets... yeah, see, there it is. He needs to get out of that. Oh. Anubis's ultimate is not too bad, really, if you can escape from it. So usually what's recommended from that is getting one of these active items. You want the purification beads. Now, because the game is picking items for me, unfortunately, I can't get purification beads. Okay, so the problem with that now is even if I turn off the auto purchase mode, I can't sell my meditation or my sprint. I kind of wish they would let me do that. You can sell your standard items, you can't sell your actives. Not entirely sure why. Okay, but as we see here, we have the Gem of Isolation up at the level 3. I am now getting the Spear of the Magus with magical power, magical penetration now, so I will start penetrating defenses. If I get it up to level 3, which I can technically now... hold on, let me go back. I want to see if it'll buy it. At level 3, enemies hit by my damaging abilities have their magical protection reduced by 10. and an additional 10% for 5 seconds. So, I've now become a pretty good debuffer. I can use my Solar Blessing. Solar Blessing naturally reduces the enemy's defenses. Ooh, almost hit Loki with that. So my ability will now slow him down with the items I have. So I will now slow the enemy down. I will reduce their protections with the ability itself plus with my spear. And then I can try and get in with a nuke. With my Celestial Beam here. So, alright, we're going to see what we can do with that. Now that I've got some buffs here, we've got Ra in the left lane with Agni. Let's see if I can't move in on the enemy Ra. Oh, maybe he went away. I don't know where he is.
Enemy missing left. Your left tower is under attack.
Enemy missing left, enemy missing center too. Where are they? Oh. Hello. Loki nearly doing... Oh wow, he actually... I didn't know he could do that twice. Well, that's unfortunate. So Loki roaming the jungle and ganking, so we'll have to be wary of that. I'm down for a minute now. That's quite unfortunate. Looks like the enemy is now in the center. Neath able to pull away from Anubis and his ultimate. Anubis full health, but Freya is kind of hurting. If someone can get in and try and gank the center... Oh wow, Neath gotten hit by that ultimate by Anubis. Oh, this is looking bad. I think this will start being the end of it. We have level 18s and 19s in the center. My team still has 15s and 16s on it. I have an 18 myself. I naturally admit that I'm bad with Ra, though. Oh, not looking good. I tried. I certainly tried. But I'm going to keep fighting.
Your middle Phoenix has been destroyed.
Yeah, Phoenix is down. No one is voting. It's very odd no one usually votes. Even whether or not they feel they can do it, they usually don't vote. I don't quite get that. I'm kind of waiting to see where the tide turns. This could be GG, ladies and gentlemen. But I feel pretty good about my attempts here. Alright, Loki nearly dead to the Minotaur. I'm going to see if I can't... Well, I got a hit on him. Wasn't enough to kill him, though. Yes. Quite unfortunate. Let's go left tower. That was just taken out. See if I can do anything. Yes, enemy Ra is here. Do a bit of damage to him if I can. Try and circle around him and blind him, and he's doing the same. He missed with his ultimate, it looks like.
Your left tower is under attack.
Slow down his progression here on the left. I want to see what I can do against another Ra. I'm now level 19, and he's pushing back. Two Ra's fighting each other is kind of silly. It really is. I'll be quite honest. Let's see, is anywhere nearby? Alright, I'm gonna go for it.
The heat bears down upon you.
Grab the blue buff. See what we can do. Probably not going to be able to do much with my lackluster skill. And I'm only at 19 and a half. Let's see if we get some items here. Okay, so let's look at the final equipment. So the last item you're going to get is Ra. If you go through the basic equipment, you get the Winged Wand, which is more health, more mana, and some movement speed. So they really don't focus on Ra's magical strength. Ra being a nuker, they're kind of focusing, you look at this, it looks like they're focusing on health and mana. Mana I understand, so you can cast more often, but they definitely make him a semi-tanky character with his abilities here. So you can heal, you can, I guess that's for sustainability, and I can kind of see that. I think what I'd like to try and do is see if I could make a nuker build with Ra, just to see how that would be. Because if I look at my pure strength on Searing Pain, it's 625 plus 160. So we're looking at about 775, a little more than 785, I think. 785, yeah. 785 is not bad. But by all means, you can tell that it's not a lot either. I mean, with 2,000 health, that's not even half of someone's health for a nuking character here. So it looks like Freya is moving in on the Minotaur. Freya about to go down. Not sure why she made that leap. Our Minotaur is not low enough for her to really be making that blind leap of faith. Well, if they keep that up, we might have a chance. Unfortunately, again, their Anubis, honestly, is very good. I was able to hold him off a bit, but he was doing a really good job. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on, push them back. They are in the fire giant.
Nice job.
Come on, take out Loki. Take out Loki. It doesn't matter if they kill the giant at this point, as long as we get Loki. He won't have the buff anymore. Gonna try and block him from getting out.
Nice job.
Yep, 3 of them dead. I think they missed out on the buff. That is excellent.
Attack. Okay.
With that, I'm going to try and gain some attack power here. Oh, we got the fire giant. Oh, very nice. So they did the bulk of the work for us, and we got the buff. And we killed a bunch of them. That feels good. Now that is the beginning of a comeback. We have level 19 Emir now. The person who was feeding earlier is now nearly capped Bastet at 18. Everyone else is at level 20. I think we might at least be able to do a slight comeback here if we can just pull it together, stay together. So, enemies, when I'm hit by a slow, I'm immune to slow, and my movement speed is increased by 10% for 2 seconds, occurs once every 30 seconds, so great. I cannot really be slowed much, and I increase my speed as I use my abilities. I can see how these items synergize, actually. They're not bad. They're not bad. I'm definitely not what I would have originally picked myself. You know, I basically think nuker character. I probably would have gone strong on nukes. But,
Retreat.
this works, honestly. It works in its own way. Did he hit me with that? No, I think... that came close. That came close. That was I don't think that was enough damage for that to have been Ra's hit. Alright, let's... come on, everybody. Try and get... oh! Yes! Goodbye, Anubis! You can see there, thanks to the fire buff, the fire giant buff, and... alright, let's get away from Freya.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy Phoenix.
Look at that. Very nice. You see that Anubis there took almost all of his health and damage there from the ultimate. Oh, speaking of which, there's Ra from the enemy team pulling off his ultimate. Let's do what we can to hurt their... oh, he's gonna get away. It's okay. Alright, I've got an ultimate ready. Let's hit the Minotaur with it at least. Alright. We did it! Holy crap, we did it! Wow, okay. Excellent work. That was a hard-fought battle, and I loved it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Anubis. Granted, I obviously didn't play him very well, but the fact that we came back from that was excellent. That felt fantastic. So Ra, character again takes a lot of skill to use. I mean, I didn't do too bad. I 3 kills, 4 deaths, but I got 7 assists. Not too bad at all. Let's take a look. The items, once again, you got a little bit of a protection here with Mark of the Vanguard. Now, the computer will give you items like this that are kind of low-level items that are really good to start off with, but might be better off replacing later. Like Mark of the Vanguard here, that 5 protection, 5 magical, it could probably be replaced with something else that gives a lot more. It's definitely a really good starting item, but the thing about it is it's only a level 3 item. It never doesn't have a stage 1, stage 2. It's basically a starting item, and it's... I think it's really meant to be replaced. I mean, certainly I could have probably done that, taken off the auto-purchase thing, but... So you've got that, you've got the reinforced boots, which kind of surprised me, honestly, as a choice, because that's typically a tanking item. It's totally protection, physical, magic, and HP 5. I would have thought maybe something with MP5 or something to allow Anubis to keep casting. But we can see here that the unique passive gives him reduction to all crowd control durations. So it looks like the build they're giving you to start off, if you're going to be new to Ra, and you want to let the computer pick, is someone who is very hard to control. For the enemy team, crowd control effects really won't hurt you that much. Because you've got this 30% reduction. What else do we have here? We've got the Winged Wand, which makes you immune to slows and gives you additional protection against them. Movement speed increase on that wand, and what else? Very much support too. I mean, look at the Void Stone, reducing the magical protection of enemies, reducing their protection even further with the Spear of the Magus, and of course you have this Gem of Isolation. So not only do you move quicker, you are resilient to slows, but you can slow the enemy. So this build that they give you is definitely a support Ra. He's not a nuker. He's a support character. So with a good team, with a very good team, Ra can really work out. And you saw there were a couple moments where with a team I was able to help out. They were able to snare, I was able to ultimate, I was able to reduce their protections, give some healing to my allies, all that wonderful good stuff. So Ra looks pretty good. I think I'm going to try him as a nuker though once, at the very least, and see how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ra. This is Smite. And that was an excellent match. Good game to everyone involved. I really thought we weren't going to come back from that. That was a last-minute kind of grasped victory from the jaws of defeat with the Flame Giant comeback there. We were able to catch them by surprise, and it really let us come back. So, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.